The Pittsburgh Steelers are in need of an offensive coordinator. So here are my top guys of people around the league that are available that the Pittsburgh Steelers should be interviewing and should be looking more into. So, Mike Tomlin, if you remember, after the season was over, he was asked about the offensive coordinator position. He said he was going to be looking at outside guys, and he also said he was going to be looking at people who had experience around the league, whether at the quarterback coaching position or offensive coordinator already previously in their career. So those are the guys I'm be taking most into account when naming the people the Pittsburgh Steelers should be looking more into. Just in case you haven't seen my last video, I made a video covering every single person the Pittsburgh Steelers have either interviewed or requested an interview with at the offense coordinator position and kind of went through their background. So I'm going to exclude those guys from this video. And if you want to go watch it and look to see what they're all about, go ahead and see it. But this one's all the brand new people and who I believe that they should be more interested in than others. So this is going to be in no particular order, but I'm going to start off with Clint Kubiak, San Francisco 49ers passing game coordinator. So Kubiak, he comes from a very rich background of football, as he is the son of Super Bowl 50 winning head coach Gary Kubiak. So currently he is serving, like I said, as a 49ers passing game coordinator, and Kubiak has a very offensive play calling experience as he served in that role with the Minnesota Vikings in 2021. During his lone season as an offense coordinator, Kubiak guided the Vikings to a 12th ranked offense in regards to total yardage and the 14th ranked unit in terms of points scored. So that was before he got the experience now with Kyle Shanahan, because ever since that 2021 season, he's been with Kyle Shanahan and working directly with him. And we all know the tree of people who come from the Kyle Shanahan coaching tree and also the Sean McVay. And it seems like most of the people the Steelers have been interviewing so far for the position has been from the Sean McVay coaching tree. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're looking at Kubiak, who comes from like the Kyle Shanahan kind of Sean McVay kind of play calling era, where they kind of do it a certain way, and they haven't interviewed him yet for the job, but they could just be waiting until the playoffs are over because the San Francisco 49ers will be in the Super Bowl, so they can be waiting for Clint Kubiak to be finished coaching before they interview him, but who knows. But that's this one guy who the Steelers should be interested in because he seems like he's an up-and-coming offensive play caller and someone who should be getting a chance around the league. When you look at people who have been talked about as potential offense coordinator candidates, he always comes up as one of the top ones, as someone who's going to be up and coming in this league and a great offensive mind. So he's someone the Pittsburgh Steelers should be looking into when it comes to the offense coordinator position. Now, looking at the next person, moving over, Daryl Beville. He is Miami Dolphins passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. So once again, this kind of comes from the same type of offense. It comes from the Mike McDaniel kind of coaching tree now. But this is all linked obviously to Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay because Mike McDaniel was under Kyle Shanahan. So Daryl Beville, he is Miami Dolphins passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Beville was one of the offense coordinator counterparts to Tomlin when he was the defense coordinator with the Minnesota Vikings in 2006. So this is all kind of linked together, and it's crazy how it all comes back and links up. So Beville has had 4 stints as an NFL offensive coordinator with the Vikings from 2006 to 2010, the Seattle Seahawks from 2011 to 2017, and the Detroit Lions from 2019 to 2020. And obviously now the Jacksonville Jaguars was his last stint in 2021. He was also the kind of the interim head coach in Detroit and Jacksonville, as Beville has had the bad luck of having 2 head coaches fired out from above him while he was the offensive coordinator, which kind of ultimately led to him being out of the building the next year. So the trip around the league has made Beville extremely adaptable in certain situations and certain scheme fits, and he's currently working in one of the most innovating ones right now with the Miami Dolphins. That's why it's more kind of good that he has been working in this kind of situation, because if you could see, you probably thinking, hey, he's been with 4 other teams, so why didn't he just stick with one team? Well, he did stick with the Seahawks in 2011 to 2017, and those are kind of the years, the prime years in which they were making those playoff runs. So he has been on really good teams, and now coming from a great actually Miami Dolphins offense, scoring how many points, like 30 plus points a game. It's been a great situation for him, and he's been getting some great experience. So he's someone who could be up and coming for an offense coordinator position, and someone the Steelers should be interviewing for their position if they want to stick with that kind of scheme that Mike Tomlin has been talking about. The next person, he's still under contract with the Washington Commanders, but we all know some people leave, like he left the Kansas City Chiefs to go to the Commanders last season. He left the Super Bowl winning Chiefs to go to the Commanders. So Eric Bieniemy, he's right now Washington Commanders offense coordinator and assistant head coach. But they just fired Ron Rivera, meaning that Eric Bieniemy could be looking to leave. Who knows? But Bieniemy has made a name for himself during his tenure with the Kansas City Chiefs offense coordinator job in 2018 to 2022. He is kind of the leadership of that offense, and which led to Patrick Mahomes' rise to kind of the stardom while winning 2 Super Bowl MVP awards and 2 Super Bowls. So before this past season that just ended with the Commanders, Bieniemy signed with Washington to become the offense coordinator and assistant to head coach Ron Rivera. The Commanders' offense has shown kind of explosive kind of flashes here and there since Bieniemy took over, but the second half of the season was more disappointing. So that's what leaves Bieniemy's status up in the air, as Washington is still searching for kind of a head coach, and who knows if they're going to replace Eric Bieniemy once they hire the head coach. So that's the third guy. The fourth guy the Steelers should be looking into is Pep Hamilton. He's a former Houston Texans and Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator. Hamilton, he last worked out as the Texans offense coordinator in 2022. And before his stint in Houston, Pep Hamilton had helped Justin Herbert win the 2020 Rookie of the Year award as the Chargers quarterbacks coach. And it's kind of interesting because ever since he really left the Chargers, it's kind of been downhill for them. And it seems like kind of their rookie quarterback, ever since that rookie year, Justin Herbert, he's trying to been getting back to kind of his good play, and he's kind of struggled a little bit. So in addition, from 2013 to 2015, Hamilton served as the Colts offensive coordinator and was kind of a vital reason that Andrew Luck threw for a league high 40 passing touchdowns. So he has more experience kind of working as a quarterback's coach position, but he's someone who can call plays and has done so in the past. And Pep Hamilton can be someone the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking into if they're looking at up and coming minds and someone who's done it around the league and has experience. So who knows if this is someone they look towards. Moving over to the fifth person who the Pittsburgh Steelers could be looking into, they obviously can be looking into Brian Leftwich. I don't think they're going to. He's been a play caller for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they won the Super Bowl actually. So he's someone they could be looking into. Ben Roethlisberger actually kind of endorsed him, saying the Steelers should be looking to add him to the offense corner room, but who knows? I don't think they will. He has 10-year experience. He's obviously played with the Steelers from 2008 and then once again in 2010 to 2012. So he has experience on the team. I don't think they're going to look towards him, but he's someone to kind of keep your eye on maybe if every other option goes abroad. So those are my top 5 offensive coordinator people the Pittsburgh Steelers could be looking into. And just quickly, I'm going to give you a few more people the Steelers could be looking into, but I'm not going to give you the kind of the history of them. So the first guy is Mike LaFleur. He is the Los Angeles Rams offensive coordinator, and obviously he is the brother, and you hear that name, of Green Bay Packers head coach. Frank Wright is another one, former Indianapolis Colts and Carolina Panthers head coach as well. Another person is Alex Van Pelt, who is a former Cleveland Browns offense coordinator and Steelers quarterback. So those are 3 more people, but in total, this is who the Pittsburgh Steelers could be looking into, and this is kind of the people who they haven't been interviewing, and those people I named in my previous video are the people they've actually already looked into and offered interviews with, like Houston Texans quarterbacks coach Jared Johnson. He's someone I would keep an eye on if we're going based off people they've already interviewed. But with that being said, that's the end of this video. But let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about these guys I've named and these kind of billboard I put out for you and kind of the history. Do you like any of these guys? Do you want the Steelers to sign any of these guys as offensive coordinator? Or do you think they should look at other options? And if you think they should sign someone else, let me know who you would want as the next offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like Steelers content, analysis, reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for the channel as well, so you can get notified whenever I post next year's video. I post every single day, so turn notifications, click that bell, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.